Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your post-match reaction. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. Look, it was a loss that I was expecting anyway. So expected loss is back again. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the match because it's gone beyond talking about matches in isolation, tactical scenarios, and this, that, the other. I'm just going to give you guys an highlight, an overview of the match, and then I'm going to talk about the bigger picture, the broader picture, because that's more important to talk about. It's not we're done talking about matches in isolation because that's not the problem. The problem is far bigger than that. But coming back to the match in terms of the highlights, look, overall, we showed a lot more guts. We showed a lot more desire, but it wasn't enough. It's never going to be enough because January we weakened and January Aston Villa strengthened. And it's the January signings for Aston Villa that has done the job. Asensio with a double, Marcus Rashford with a double assist. So they went ahead in the January and showed him ambition. They want to make top four again. They want to do something in the Champions League. We, on the other hand, we purposely said in the January window that we don't want any of this. We don't want any of this. So that's one thing. Second point, look, once again, a couple of errors has led to their goals. Enzo Fernandez error, not staying with the line for the offside trap, leads to Marcus Rashford getting the ball, which then leads to Asensio tapping the ball in. And Jorgensen, I think, has now fully proven to all of us that, yeah, he's also not the goalkeeper that we think he can be. He's on the same level as Robert Sanchez, maybe even worse, if there is a possibility. Robert Sanchez is bad. A lot of people are saying, oh, Sanchez will be back, this, that, the other. Even Enzo Maresca kind of hinting that Sanchez will be back. That in itself is a problem. That in itself is a huge problem. But Jorgensen is not taking his opportunities. So a couple of pathetic errors that has led to their goals. But having said all of that, and of course we scored earlier on, so it was a comeback victory for Aston Villa. So having said all of that, look, take away the errors. It always seemed like they were going to score anyway. They put us on immense pressure in the second half. First half, you could say that we played a very decent enough game. We pressed well. We worked hard. We were winning duels. We played for each other. With all the restrictions that we have in the squad in terms of no striker, no proper defenders, no proper goalkeeper, we did well. But in the second half, the pressure was immense. You look at their bench, you look at our bench, and you're left baffled. You are left baffled that this is a team that spent more than £1 billion and they have a better team than us. And this goes with almost all the other teams. Brighton was the same case scenario. They seemed like they had a better team. Their bench was a lot better. Aston Villa, same thing. You look at our bench and you look at their bench. Now, that's the match. And that is all I'm going to talk about the match. Because for me, the issues are far greater. Now, what do I mean by issues are far greater? Ladies and gentlemen, our football club is disintegrating. It really is. And do you know what the worst part about all of this is? We got Southampton next. We've got the protest that's coming up. Hopefully, we can show some level of strength and desire to get rid of these owners, because that's what it comes down to. That's what it comes to. You can change the manager. You can change the sporting directors. It doesn't matter. All of these issues stem all the way up to the top. So hopefully, before the match against Southampton, we see a good protest, a strong protest, and an impactful protest. But our fan base is so fickle. Like, don't get it twisted one bit. We're probably going to beat Southampton. You never know. Like, upsets could happen, but probably we should be beating Southampton. Everyone beats Southampton. We should be beating Southampton. Now watch how everyone just switches their tone. There are people that are already saying, Miz, it's not a bad situation. We're still in a very strong position. We're only just a few points away from top four, and we might get away with it this weekend. Man City are playing Liverpool. They could potentially lose. Bournemouth already lost, so we might get away with it this weekend. We might get away with it. And next weekend we got Southampton. We could pick up 3 points. Week after that, we've got Leicester. Actually, not next weekend. Midweek, we got Southampton. And then in the weekend, we've got Leicester. Or the weekend after, we've got Leicester, I think, FA Cup weekend. We could potentially have back-to-back wins in the Premier League. And watch how everyone forgets about everything. And this is the problem. We may pick up these wins, but ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, we're not good enough. We're not good enough. Put us against quality teams, we're finito. We're finito. We're not there. Yes, we have some good players, and there are players that are regressing. Cole Palmer is one of them. Massively regressing now. He's been poor for at least 2 months. He's been poor. He's chipped in with some goals here and there, sure, but he's been poor. And now it's getting to the point where he's sulking and his frustrations are evident. The quicker we understand as a fan base, ladies and gentlemen, the only way to fix this entire mess is these owners have to leave. But the problem is these owners will not leave anytime soon. Hence, it leaves us. This is the reality check. Hence, it's leaving us to the point that we're going to see our club disappear. We are going to be solidly in mid-table very, very soon, and we're going to be cemented in that position for a while. These owners don't have any desire to go out there and rectify the problems that we have. Some people say, but Miz, so much money spent. The squad is not that bad. Let me tell you about the squad. Goalkeeper is a huge issue. Defense is a huge issue. Chalobah got injured today. Tosin came on. These players should be rotational players. Rotational defenders. Chalobah is probably one of our best defenders in the football club, and he's a secondary defender. He's a secondary defender, and that's our best. Goalkeepers, all these goalkeepers that we bought, people will have a go at the sporting directors. The direction's coming from the above. Direction's coming from the owners. Owners have told the sporting directors, don't get me anyone that's gonna ask for a lot of money in terms of salary, and don't get me any goalkeepers that's gonna have a large transfer fee. Get me gems. And goalkeepers, very difficult to find gems. You have to go out there and buy the best of the best. People still don't clock that it's the owners. Goalkeeper is not good. Defense is not good. We don't have a striker, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a striker. After 1 point whatever billion spent, I'm not even going to say 1.5 because some people get upset. Oh, but we haven't spent 1.5, like as if that matters. It's a large amount, whatever it is. It's a large amount. But these things will not be fixed in the summer window. Next window, we're going to spend time on the nonsense that we created last window and the January window. All of these players are going to come back from loan, and more players that were already loaned last summer will come back. We're going to spend our time getting rid of these guys first because these guys don't want to be at Chelsea Football Club. And then we're going to have to look into the market to buy players. No one wants to join a club that's not serious. No one wants to join a club that's not serious. And we're not going to give them the money. We don't want to pay a lot of money to buy them. So we're going to look for all of these gems again. We're going to look for kids again. And we're going to go in this same circle, same place that we're in now, we'll be in again next season. Because for the last 3 seasons, that's how it's been. It's not a coincidence. The model that we have from the owners, it will keep creating this mediocrity. People need to start thinking a lot deeper than individual games or individual performances. We are where we are because how we have designed the football club to be from top to bottom. You can blame Enzo Maresca as well. He's mediocre too. But you think getting rid of him, let's say for argument's sake, get rid of Enzo Maresca. Get rid of him. No problems. Get rid of him. They're going to get another Enzo Maresca. They're going to get another manager that is a puppet. They're going to get another manager that's a yes man. They're going to get maybe someone who's even worse than him. Because they're not going to get your Ancelottis. They're not going to get your, top of the top. They're not going to get your Klopps and your next Pep Guardiolas, or they're not going to get anyone good. They're going to get someone who's, once again, not tested at the highest level because they believe in developing the next manager, developing the next sporting directors, developing the next players. This is why the protest that's coming up on Tuesday, UK time, just before the game, it's so important. And I'm not saying one protest is going to change the world, no. But it needs to start. And look, I also understand these owners are not going to go anytime soon. But the one thing's for certainty, we have to keep the pressure on. The more the pressure we keep on, the more the brand damage we do on these owners, that is the only way these owners are going to go. Or else these owners, they'll stick around. They know they're sitting on a very, very hot club, hot property. Don't get fooled just because we don't win. Don't get fooled. This club is worth a lot of money. Ladies and gentlemen, it's sad. It's a sad situation for us. We're in complete mess. We're in complete mud. And it ain't gonna fix anytime soon. It ain't gonna fix anytime soon. For all the people that still find positives in all of this, big up to you guys. Big up to you guys. But our club is not good enough to compete at the highest level against top quality teams. It's not good enough. We may show glimpses, but we don't have the capacity to play a solid game for 90 minutes. We don't have the capacity. You can even talk about the fact we had a week off. Aston Villa literally played 2 days ago, yet they beat us. And that comeback was, people could see that comeback miles away. Miles away. Regardless of the errors. Yeah, we created errors. We allowed them in. Regardless of the errors, they were going to come back. They put so much pressure on us. We missed a lot of chances too. We missed a lot of chances. Cole Palmer is one of them. Enzo Fernandez, even though he scored, he's one of them. We got problems, man. We got problems, and these problems are not going to go away. The only hope for us, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have a strong protest and we build on that protest more and more and more. Besides that, we got nothing else. We just have to watch our team suffer. We as a fan base, we have to suffer, and that's it. And that's it. And that's the reality. That's the shocking reality. We can change the manager. We're not going to get another good manager. We can change the sporting directors. We're just going to get more Muppets. More people that are just going to say yes to these owners. Ultimately, these owners have to go. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time. Take care. See ya. Bye.